Shit, man, everything. I still, I still was laughing about the gorilla shit from last week.
bro. Bro, that shit
Hey,
was hilarious,
I got a video too. I got a video to show you on that. You're gonna die. It's gonna after
bro.
we get off this call.
When
I'll
we
show
was
you.
down in Vegas, my mom got a 10-minute clip of me and Al arguing about this shit.
For real.
Yeah,
He said he could do a. He said he could get a mountain lion, bro. That's crazy.
bro. He said, "Bro, 100 of me." I was like, I was like, "Bro, 100, you ain't fucking with two of me. How the fuck you gonna be the gorilla?" Oh my gosh. My mom just sent it to me last night. I was rewatching it, fucking rolling. I'm gonna have to post some clips later on the story.
That's a man, bro.
It's
I
just
was laughing.
hilarious.
Hey, when I got done with the pod, uh, and them out there, they was like, "What were you laughing? Like, what was going on in there?" Like, I was like, "Man, we were just dying. It was funny, bro. Like, yeah, man. I had me. I was thinking about. I've rewatched that joint, and I just laughed the whole time. I
Bro,
was
this
like,
shit's
man, that shit was
hilarious,
funny.
bro. It's even still to this, like the last couple weeks, everyone brings it up,
Everyone
bro,
keeps.
and it's always a funny ass story because people are really playing out scenarios, and
Uh,
nah, there's no way. I
uh,
told Al, line them up. I said, just set it up then.
yeah, for
Shit.
real, for real.
And he was
That's
like, "What? Do I get to pick my 100?" I said, "If I get to pick the gorilla, biggest, baddest one."
oh man, that's crazy, bro. Like, yeah, man. There's a lot, but anyway, there's a lot to talk about, man. Before we get started, man, brick by brick, like tap in with us. Hit the bricktalk.net, www.bricktalk.net. Check us out online. We online. We're about to be on X here soon. We're gonna be going live on X as well. So like, we just building this joint out. Like this is the early stages. Like you hear for the very beginning, but one day it's about to be something different than this. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. And yeah, hit that subscribe, man. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on. Well, we do have. I haven't even posted the podcasts yet. That's coming though. So we'll be on all the podcast streaming platforms as well. And we're gonna just start dropping those daily here in just a minute. So yeah, man, just getting started up. And man, what are we? We're only in a month. Like what month? Like when did we start? Late January, February.
And we started like, yeah, it might have been early February.
Yeah, February, March, April. Now we're in May.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's been a journey, but man, the crazy part about doing something like this and making content is like there's still so much to talk about. Even doing it like every week, there's so much more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? There's so
Oh
much
yeah,
more to dissect.
exactly.
But let's talk. Shoot, NBA playoffs. Let's warm up with the playoffs, man. Like let's see what you want.
Man,
like who.
you think
Uh,
Celtics are out of here? They're down 2-0. You think they're done? You think they're taking it to Game 7?
Man, I seen Kristaps said something, and he was like, "Oh, the pressure's on them." I'm like, bro, like I feels like the way that he's responded to the question, whatever he was asked, it sounds like he gave up. It sounds like they pretty much just chalked it up.
Yeah, it's like to lose both games at home. Now you're going to Indy. I don't know.
Both
I mean,
games at home and had a 20-point lead, so that
that's
like
what's
it's the
crazy. 20
way
point
that
lead
it's
is
happening. It's
crazy. Yeah,
you know what I mean,
exactly. I mean, that they're guaranteed. I think they're not getting swept, but I
I
mean, it's gonna
mean,
be hard to win in Indy.
bro, this is the thing. This is why I think they can get swept. This is a Thibodeau coach team. Like they bring the same energy every game, and that's the one thing he does a good
Yeah,
job of as a coach is they're always going to be tough. They're always going to come with um hella intensity on the defensive end, and that's why I'm like,
yeah,
bro, even if they have a bad game offensively, you gonna get beat up. You better have, I don't know, man. Like uh, Tibbs Tibbs got a
yeah.
spare closet full of ACLs in his closet because he, he I bet they still running lines right now in practice. I bet they're still practicing hella hard right now. But I think yeah. Here's one thing I don't like though. I don't like the Tatum hate, and I'm gonna tell you why. I feel bad for the dude. But before I'm gonna show you something real quick. I feel like this is what people. I don't know if I can share it on here. I'm here for the jokes. Don't get me wrong. On the Tatum stuff, but I don't know if can I share pictures on here. Let me see. I'm
Damn.
gonna try to
No,
show
that's
this.
what I'm thinking. Not Knicks Celtics is 1-1. It's Cavs that are down 2-0, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cavs are down 2-0 in
Both of
Indy.
them are
Yeah.
down 0-2.
Oh damn, are
Um,
they?
Look, this is what people think Tatum. Like I feel like people, I feel like people be.
Nah, that's
This is
OD.
this is this is what I think. This is what I think people be thinking Tatum is. I'm like, bro, put some respect on his name. The man got a championship ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They think
facts.
he people people be diminishing him so cold. I'm
People
like, bro,
are,
he's
bro. The internet's wild. Oh my god, not McD.
Hey, that's all. So to go from the Olympics where Kerr didn't play him to
Hmm.
now, I feel like
Yeah.
we're treating Tatum like he's a super. I feel like he's more AD
Mm.
than Luca, and I'm saying that not because of his skill level. Obviously, he's hella skilled, and I'll tell you when I gained hella respect for his game is at the crossover. When I was down on the floor watching that brother,
Mhm.
he was the best player on the floor,
Yeah.
and I gained a lot of respect for him that night. And then he went and won a championship the next year.
Yeah.
So I think, or was it the next couple years or the year after that or something?
Hmm.
But Jalen Brown is the guy that we need to be
For
looking at,
sure.
not
For
Jason
sure.
Tatum,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Hmm.
Jalen Brown won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Jalen
Hmm.
Brown won the NBA Finals MVP last year. Jalen Brown is the highest paid player in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
That's who we need to be looking at, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Facts. Yeah.
Jason Tatum, it feels like we manufacture like this narrative that he has over and over debunked, like not on purpose, but just like that's just not who he is as a
Yeah. Yeah.
person. He's a star, don't get me wrong, and he's a cold piece. But I just don't know if I feel like we're putting something on him that he don't need to have on him.
Yeah.
That's all. I will say though, have you seen the meme of him doing all the doing the we did it. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like there's like five
Bro, it's,
instances where he bit like
yeah, he was trying
Kobe. He
hard
did
to
the
make one
Kobe
of
with the
those.
trophy.
Yeah, every single thing was he had that shit pre-planned, like
Yeah,
every
yeah. The
single one.
Steph saying
None
he
of that
said,
shit was real
"When they gonna
emotion. It was
say
all
now?"
like, bro, when he was doing the KG, I remember watching like, oh shit, this shit does
That
not
was
look
awkward, bruh.
hella awkward. We did
Awkward.
it. We did it.
I
Oh
was
my
like,
god. I was like,
"What?"
yeah, they gotta take the camera off of him.
That. But he seems like a hella cool, genuine dude, and really like, and he's a really respectful cat too, and that's what makes it like hard for me to really throw dirt on his name because he just seems like a really good guy, like and a
No,
good
yeah.
teammate too, and that's why I'm like, I'm good off the Tatum hate. I'm here to throw some jokes around or whatever, but I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
I'm not gonna pile on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
I mean,
think the Celtics
I fuck with Tatum.
was a
I'll say, yeah, I fuck with Tatum's game. It's just he don't want to be that, like you said, he don't want to step into that role too much. He just, I
he
don't
wants to.
know.
He's trying. I just don't know if he. I don't know if
Yeah,
he. I don't know if it's there, man. Like
yeah,
he like even at the end of that game, he couldn't get loose. Now, granted, you had Mikal Bridges in the New York Knicks, like that's a defensive juggernaut, but
yeah,
he couldn't get loose. Pause. Like I was like, damn, because Ant's getting off right
yeah.
there. Ant's getting off.
No, yeah. I feel like just with the team they have, I think they just doing way too much settling for threes. Like
Hell
way too
yeah.
much. They got a fucking squad. They got literally not even a big three. They got damn near a big five. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chris
and
Stapps is
Drew,
a
yeah, a
yeah
superstar.
yeah.
Yeah. And for them to just be settling and pulling threes, and it's like, bro, get to the cup, especially if you're up 20. Like you don't, I don't know. I just feel like it's bad for blowing two leads back to back like that.
I agree. They got Drew. They got, uh, yeah, they got five dudes on the floor at all times that are
Yeah,
like high caliber players.
yeah,
And how often do you see them run anything out of the post with Chris Stapps? Like even just the high
exactly,
post, even
exactly.
it's all drive and kick. And I'm sick of analytic hoop, man. Like
Oh yeah.
I'm done with analytic hoops. Like let's go back, and I like the way they're calling these NBA playoffs because it's like I feel like they're at least allowing some physicality. And I know I
Yeah.
complained about it in the Lakers series, but I actually liked it. I enjoyed it because now you got to have big guys out there. You got to have some. You got to
Yeah.
have some bruisers, man, or else you ain't
No,
gonna
yeah.
win. And
No, yeah.
I think that's I like the way that we're going. And Steph is getting older, and no one can do what Steph does or KD does.
Exactly. Yeah,
Those two
exactly.
dudes were special. Like only they can
Exactly.
do that. So we're mimicking something that I don't think can be replicated, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, Steph, man, him pulling his hammy is tough because
I don't
I
think he
don't know.
come. I mean, you're not gonna be the
I
same
mean,
after
a
that.
pulled hamstring, you can't come back early. Like, I mean, you
Mm-mm.
could do as much, even if
Mm-mm.
it's I don't know what he's gonna do, compression sleeves, localized, red light. Like, I know he might be out a week depending, but it's one of them things where like if you come back early, it's repulled. And without how
Yeah,
much, he's not a center that's gonna jog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's running, he's running
his
the
game
whole play.
depends on his hammy. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's
I
tough
mean,
because I mean he was I mean obviously game one and then he was hooping. So um
yeah,
that's tough because I mean
and I'm
I feel like that gave the Wolves more confidence going in the next game.
oh yeah for sure.
Yeah.
And needs to get 40. Jimmy need to
Yeah,
go out there and
facts.
get 40.
Need to be
That's
more
what they brought
aggressive.
you in here for, bro.
Exactly.
For this scenario right here, backup.
Exactly.
And so I'm interested to see what he does. You know, obviously gonna need to step up, which he's
Yep.
capable of doing. I
Hmm.
don't think they're all the way out of the woods just yet. I do
Yeah.
think the Wolves need to perform better. They shot the ball really terribly. Like they're shooting so bad, man.
Yeah,
And I think that
terrible.
they're leaving the door open for the Warriors to have some hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they start shooting the ball even remotely a little bit better, that series is over unless Steph can get back on the floor, which I don't see that
Exactly. I
happening.
think with Steph being 100, this is an easier series for the Wolves for the Warriors than it is against the Rockets. Like I thought that if
Hmm.
Steph was healthy, I thought it maybe would have went 5 games. I thought they would
Yeah,
have cooked the Wolves. Yeah.
yeah, because they play a different. Well, because I think the factor is Draymond.
Yeah.
Draymond is the only Draymond now.
Yeah.
He crashing out. He crashed out again last.
Yeah. He's a crash out
He
for sure.
crashed out again last night, and then
Yeah, he's
said, "I'm sick of being." Quote
yeah.
as the angry black guy. I'm like, bruh, you
He's for
literally are
sure.
kicking niggas in the
Certi-
nuts and
yeah,
choking people.
certified crash out for sure.
He's,
It's like
he's been
he could say that shit if we didn't have instant replay and slow mo and shit. Like nigga, we seen
we seen
it.
we seen all of it, bro. Like
Yeah,
he's crashed. He's funny. But yeah, just I think Draymond is the key too. He needs to score a little bit more, you know, and
for sure.
I don't I'm not with all like I'm surprised he hasn't got socked yet. I'm surprised someone hasn't gone out there and done the same thing. To watch Dylan Brooks back down like he did and get punked like he did, I didn't
Yeah,
expect to see that. Like
yeah.
if Draymond's the OG man, he's just going around punking people and ain't nobody stepping up. It was just crazy to me.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, so that series is Ant still needs to play step up a little bit. I haven't seen what I need to see from him in some ways. Now, granted, he is sharing the ball better. He is taking his time and letting the game come to him better. But there are points in the game where I'm like, all right, this is where they need you, bro. Like,
yeah,
and he'll just toss up a shot. You know, it's kind of like the
yeah.
Celtics, where it's just coming
Yep,
down, you settle in. I'm like, bro, this is not the time and place for that right now. You need to understand
exactly,
that they need you to get into the paint and maybe score. Like, they need you to get into the paint on this one.
exactly, exactly.
So yeah, that's what I'm still waiting to see from Ant. But other than that, he's been playing really well.
Oh yeah.
What about what about like what do you think about so going back to like the analytic hoops? Do you think because the point I was making on that was with the bigs is like with Wemby in the league now, like I feel like you're gonna need two bigs on your roster if you want because we haven't seen him in the playoffs, and when
Yeah,
he's in the
facts.
playoffs, you have to game plan around a 7'4" dude that can
Mhm.
literally just put his arm up and have a hand up and he's standing in the key.
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
like
You talk about
that's
foul
crazy.
trouble and who you gonna have guard him because he can shoot the three. So I mean, he's gonna be a matchup problem for everyone. It's like even say he's playing the Wolves. Are you gonna put you'd have to put what a Anthony Edwards because he gonna bust Rudy's ass
Yeah, he going to work.
at all three
He
levels.
was doing that at 16 years old on the. That's how I
Exactly.
first saw him. I was like, "Who's this dude
Yeah,
busting
cooking
Rudy
them
Gobert's
overseas.
ass?"
Yeah,
Oh, he's a
cooking them.
16-year-old. What?
Yep,
Like
exactly. And that was in Rudy's prime
prime?
defensive MVP
Yeah,
um, that he didn't deserve, but
that's
but
4 times,
yeah,
bro. 4 times. How is he 4 times?
bro, it's
Don't get me
ridiculous.
started on Rudy Gobert and the Lakers, man. Like we made 27 and 24, bro.
Yeah,
Like
he went crazy. He was cooking shit
he
up.
he went crazy because we allowed him to. Like
Yeah,
there was nobody to even guard him. So yeah, if you're 7 footer and the biggest guy is 6'9", like you're supposed to do that, and we're leaving you at the rim. Like I don't understand. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into Lakers and JJ's coaching because like I'm not saying he could have coached to win. I'm just saying coach your team to what you have, bro. Like
yeah.
if you have a
How,
big man sitting there and you have a 7 footer out there getting 27, 24, he's never done that in his whole career. Like that's on you, bro. Like I'm sorry, that's coaching. I don't care what the
how do you
players
feel
say
about JJ's comments after they lost, saying that it
about
was
getting in
mostly
shape.
about you have
I
guys
thought
that
that
are in
was
shape,
OD.
and guys
I
that
thought
are
that
out of
was
shape.
OD. I think if you're
Yeah,
gonna say that first after, or say that after you've taken responsibility for your coaching errors.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
if you did that, I'd be like, cool. But he's never once from what I'm hearing, said
yeah.
like, you know what, I could have done some things different. I mean, he said it like generally, vaguely, but no, I want you to like actually own that and protect your players. I want you to
Yeah.
protect your guys in the media.
Do you think he's specifically talking about Luca?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think he's setting the table. I don't think he expected him to be um I don't think he expected him to be in shape like right away. I
Hmm.
think he is setting the table for the expectations moving forward. I don't think that he expected him to be like in tip top shape, this year. But
Yeah.
he's in LA now. He ain't in Dallas. I know in Dallas the good food. I got family down in Dallas and Texas, and the food down there, bro. He gonna go from eating fry bread to acai bowls. Like you in
Yeah.
LA now. So
I, I will say this: it don't matter where you are in the U.S. If you're coming from overseas, it's probably hard to get in shape being in the U.S. in general.
for
You
real, for
eating
real.
overseas food your whole life, and you come over here, it's like, damn, unless you're gonna import something. That's why, like,
for
people I know that come over from China, it's like they'll literally have food sent so they can cook, and they won't eat no American food.
yeah,
Like, nah, I can't do this. He
yeah.
gonna have to do that. He better send some stuff from over there over here, because if
For
not, nah, Lucas, he's with Braun. He's off the wine every night. It's over.
yeah, this
That's all
version
he's
of
doing.
Braun,
Yeah, he's
because
going from brewskis to wine. That's the only thing he's changing.
like I think even a older Braun is doing more than most players like to prep for the week than
Yeah.
most players
Oh, for
just to
sure.
prep for the season just because he has to like being someone like I still play and like I will say like I have to prep to play on one time a week on a Sunday like
Yeah.
in terms of playing a game, like I obviously I wake up and go hoop and play open gym or whatever, but like I'm saying for a game to play against like a real game, like with other
Mhm.
people that are playing like young guys, I gotta like go to the gym, go to the steam, do all that. I don't post about it, but like yeah, I'm there all the time just so I don't get hurt,
Yeah.
so I
Mhm.
can actually move. And I don't know how Braun does what he's doing, man. Like I honestly don't like
No, yeah.
it's crazy to me. Like, and I always tell y'all 30 somethings, I'm like, wait till you're in your 40s, bro. You'll understand. Like, I don't understand I don't understand. He definitely got to be getting poked in the booty. Pause. Like, got to, because I don't understand how he's doing it. I
No,
don't.
yeah.
Um, what was the other thing? We had Golden State. What other matchup? Oh, OKC and Denver. I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
matchup.
For sure.
Uh, Joker's coaching, like Joker this year, bro. He's getting my damn respect. Like, I have not one bad thing to say about Joker, bro. He's coaching the team. Now, granted, I know Adelman's there, the assistant, and he's like taking in and he stepped in for Mike Malone, but like he's damn near coaching the team, bro. Like I'm just like respect,
No,
man, respect. Like
facts.
I don't got
No,
much
yeah.
else to say. Like,
No, facts.
hey, who
Spe-
who said Chet Holmgren looked like Abraham Lincoln?
Hey, he really does. He really
Hey, but Chet's
does.
black. Chet's black. He's black. Shout out to Chet Holmgren. I don't know if you ever heard him talk or been around like that.
No,
That's a
yeah.
black dude. Like
No, yeah.
he a brother.
Facts.
But
Facts.
yeah, that's just funny.
Yeah. Do you think OKC's gonna pull that series out?
I think they should. I mean, I think they're the
Yeah.
better team. The
Mhm.
reason why is because like Brown, he's been playing out of his mind. Like
Yeah.
and
Facts.
Russ too. And
Hmm.
I'm thinking Russ is obviously going to be Russ, but can Brown still continue to make shots? Can he still continue to play at a higher level? Kind of like J
Yeah.
Mac with
Yeah.
Minnesota. He's
Hmm.
been playing way above his averages.
Yeah.
Um, Brown has been playing above his averages. Those are and that's how you win in the playoffs. Like guys have
Yeah.
to step
Facts.
up. So I think OKC's just deep, man. Though, like
Yeah, they got a squad, young
they
squad, and
just
they're
got so many dudes, man.
meshed together. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got a Chet Holmgren out there, and he's not even seen as like a main. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Exactly.
right. He don't get it confused. He can get you 20, 25 easy, right?
Not
Like on a
facts.
different team, easy.
Facts. No, yeah.
Um, so
And
J Dub, like,
they also
but
got Dort. Dort is, in
Dort,
my opinion,
yeah,
I think he might be arguably the best defender in the league.
hundred
He
percent.
gets Steph the most problems in the league out of everyone.
Do you think? Do you think that OKC, the way that they play, do you think they need a second star though? Because like right now, I don't know who their second guy is. It could be a different guy. It could be J
Yeah,
Dub one
yeah,
night. It could be Chet one night.
exactly. Yeah,
It could be
I
Dort one
mean,
night.
I think they do. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I think they're good. They're young, but I don't think they're really a championship team yet. Even though they had a crazy season this year, I think they need another like elite player that's more of a vet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I think they need an elite player to play behind Shea. That's a vet that like almost like if they got a Jimmy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They
mm-hmm.
need someone that has already been there, already has a ring, kind of show them. But right now, it's like you said, it could go either way. It's just like a team full of young, athletic dudes. It could be anyone one night. It's kind of like Houston. It's just like all right, it could be
Right,
Jalen
right.
Green tonight. It could be Thompson. But Van Vliet was a great pickup for them. Having
Man,
leadership like that, I feel like they need
yeah,
a pickup like that that can like okay, now we got some leadership. We got someone that has been in these moments, and I feel like they're missing someone like a Van Vliet type of player.
yeah. That's where I'm at on that.
Mhm.
Because I've been I've been looking at SGA, and I feel like this is just me. Of all the MVPs of the last, I don't know, few years, you can
Mhm.
go back to all of them. He's the least impactful to me.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a bucket. Don't get me wrong. He's a bucket. But like that's about where it ends. And yes, he's gonna get his 7 or 8 assists and all that. But like in
Mhm.
terms of, it's different. Like numbers are different than impact on the game and controlling the game. And I don't
Yeah.
feel like he's there yet in terms of that. I think he's a very prolific scorer,
Mhm.
and you need to and so he makes that first read, but
Mhm.
not. I'm not seeing like him control the game, or like a Joker who controls the game.
Exactly.
God damn.
And that's
Like,
that's damn near where I feel about I think SGA's obviously one of the best players in the league, but that's where I
mhm.
feel with it's tough to not give Joker MVP. I know they're going to give it to SGA, but it's tough to not give it to Joker after having the year he had last year and then following it up with a better year
A better year,
and then
bro. He
a
averaged a triple
better
double.
year. Yeah, averaging a triple double. Like I feel like you got to give that an MVP. Like obviously SGA still be first team all league, but I feel like you almost have to give it to Joker. Or like I said before, you got to make two different have an MVP award and then have a best player in the league award or something like that. Now you could split it up
Right.
and it makes sense because every year it's between two players that are both deserving.
Yeah, that's all. Or maybe you have a regular season and a playoff one or something. I don't know. I think that there's
Yeah, I wish they did it almost as like the NFL. You can have an MVP, offensive MVP, a defensive MVP.
yeah,
They
yeah,
split
yeah.
it up certain ways, and it's like, all right, well now everyone's at least got their name engraved in the record book, so you can look back like, damn, he got six MVPs or he got six offensive MVPs, and besides looking back, I'm like, oh, this player only got two MVPs.
Hmm.
He ain't as good as him. It's like, all right, if you look at it like this, there was a bunch of years Kobe. should have got MVP or was the
Oh
best player in
yeah.
the league
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
didn't
yeah.
get it just based on they
Or
wanted to give
Bron.
it to
Bron should have been all NBA, all defensive player, all defensive team, defensive player
yeah
of the year with Miami one of those years, and Marc Gasol got it.
yeah.
And
See,
I was like,
so
this dude's literally just guarded D Rose, the MVP, in a,
yeah,
and he's six. I don't know. He guarded all five positions that year,
exactly.
and I was like, that's the MVP of the defensive end for me. Marc Gasol was a great defender. Don't get me wrong, but that was kind of like as egregious as Kobe and Steve Nash MVPs
Yeah,
seasons to me. Um,
exactly.
yeah, it was egregious, and no disrespect to Marc Gasol though, he was a great player, but yeah, I think that there's room for improvement on that for the
For
league for
sure.
sure. So what can you do? So what do you think about this picture though? I'm gonna show you this real quick, and we can move on. What do you think of this picture? So this is the joint that I had. Tell me what you see. I don't know what you see. I
Cat is zesty. That's all I'm
don't.
gonna say.
Carl Anthony
This
Towns
does
is
not
funny, bro.
surprise me. If you every week Cat does something zesty. He be changing his bro. Have you seen the interviews where he'll like just be talking hella zesty and then he'll switch and just have a hella deep voice
No,
real
oh,
quick,
you mean
bro.
Halliburton? Halliburton be doing that.
No, Cat is the worst. Cat is. I'm gonna
Oh,
find
for
Cat
real?
stuff, bro. I'm gonna find some clips of Cat. Cat is worse than Halle by far. Like he's.
Cat's Cat's funny, bro. Yeah, Hallie be doing that. Cat be doing that. I Jared McCain, and he'll tell you he's a zesty hooper, but one thing about Jared McCain I love is like he is a dog, bro.
No,
Like
yeah.
if you watch him hoop, you're like, yo, I want that dude on my team.
No, yeah.
I don't care about the dancing and the TikToks and all that. Like
No,
I
yeah.
love his game. I like him. I like that he's himself. I love all that about him. But yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
calls himself the zesty hooper.
If he's on your team, for sure. If he's playing against you, nah, you're not
Ye-
doing that to me. If you're doing, if you're doing little TikTok dances and painting nails right before the game, nah, I'm going. I'm doing Draymond fouls before you score on me. Say, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I
Man,
promise you, there's no way. I'm not getting none of your clips.
Draymond, Draymond be crashing out, bro. It's crazy.
No,
All
Draymond
right,
crash out and then be like, what I do? And it's like, all right, bro,
bro,
all right, bro,
bro. I ride for you, and I'm telling you, you crashing out. Like
bro. I am a huge Steph fan, so I want Warriors to win every time they play. I'm putting money
mhm,
on them every time they play, and every time he does it, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
right.
bro, like, what are you doing? Like, let it slide. Like, he doesn't know how to fall without bringing someone fucking down with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
Every
every
time,
play he does just little stuff. Like we don't got 4K everything.
every time, bro. Every time. It's without like, yeah. If he gets suspended, man, he's gonna cost him the season.
Oh, for sure.
Because he if he gets one more, bro, or two more, whatever he needs to get
Bro, if
suspended
Steph
for a
ain't
game,
playing next game, he's guaranteed getting another
he's crashing
technical.
out. He's
Yeah, he's getting
crashing
another
out.
technical for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So hey,
It's already
that's
written.
it already, and they looking for it too. You know that the rest is looking for it. So
Man, guaranteed.
it's a wrap for him. Um, let's move on to crypto, man. Crypto's pumping.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be in the crypto market right now. If you would have listened to us and you would have watched Brick by Brick
Yeah, man.
earlier, and you actually hit us up or you DM'd or you wanted a question or whatever, like you would be in profit right now, pretty good. So I'm gonna show. Let's
Even
see.
just weekly. Like even last week we told everyone we think, hey, Bitcoin is back over 100 by our next pod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember we did say that. I was just like,
Hmm.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be last week. I was wrong.
Hmm.
Um, I was definitely wrong. I thought it would be last week, but Bitcoin is now sitting at 103, man.
Exactly.
And it was pushing up to 102, 103 just hit last night, and now it's sitting up above that. 107 is all time high. So,
If it tests 107 again, it's going to 120.
oh yeah, yeah. I think 115, 120. But I also think that there's going to be a pullback. Let me bring up the
Sure.
chart here.
Well, yeah,
Can you see the
if
chart?
there's yeah, if it goes to 120, obviously everyone's gonna say, oh, it crashed to 95 or 100. Like, nah, man.
Yeah, I think the 1 hour, 1 day. Let's do the 1 day. So this is the 1 day, um, or even the 1 week. But no, I'll just do the 1 day. But yeah, when you look at this chart, like it's ran up so much, but I think the next resistance level is around right here. So in the 90, because you can see it's touched up, came down, touched up, came down. Will it touch up and come down this next time at the 107, 108? If it busts through that, then we're good. And who knows where it goes? Now we're in price discovery. But if it sticks right here, I think
Yeah.
this is where we're looking at our next resistance level. So if it does pull back, and you're hearing me say, I think it's going to pull back to like 97, 98, 99 in that range, this is why. Because like you see
Mhm.
this little blip right here. Um, but people were calling for it when it was sitting around here at 85. They were all calling for it to come down to this level, which I talked
Yeah.
about too. It could have went down to that level, but
Yeah.
it didn't. It shot up, and now we're looking at these levels right here to
Hmm.
to consolidate next time, whenever it decides to pull back. That could be next month. It could be next week. It could be 2 months from now.
Yep.
But that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. So everything else, which is interesting, like you talked about XRP. Um, XRP went on a little run. Everything's pretty much up for the most part, but not
Exactly.
really crazily.
Even
XR.
this though, if people realize that XRP was literally just at 30 cents, it was literally just sitting between
Hmm.
30 and 60 cents.
Yeah, like it was like back in 2024. I remember I was like, man, should I buy a bag of XRP? Um, is it too late to start an XRP? Uh, can you see all this when I'm going back and forth in the
Yeah,
window?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is it too
I,
late to
I, I
start a position in XRP right now?
no, I don't. I don't think so. I think don't buy it why it's green ever. Um, Wait until it has a bad red day or has a little pullback of 9-10%. But I don't think it is. I think that regardless, if you got money in your bank account, um, or mattress money, it's I don't want to say useless, but it's not making no money for you. I think
Hmm.
that if you look at XRP and you think worst case scenario, will it touch $3? Well, there's your bag right there. Even if you decide to put some money in right now and take it out when it hits $3, that's still better than you sitting on it. So I think that
Right.
with most cryptos right now, especially top 10, um, it's definitely not too late. And I think if you have even a 5 year or 10 year plan, same thing. I mean, don't focus on the red days, but I mean, I don't think you're too late for any of this. There's look at the all time highs, and let me see. Let's
Yeah. So
see. I mean,
you got Bitcoin
XRP
all
at
time high.
340, ETH 4,800,
ETH is a good buy right now, in my opinion.
Cardano $3. Like, I mean, you're. I think in the next couple months, I mean,
Cardano is a crazy buy right now. It's
crazy
74%
buy,
away from its all-time high.
bro, crazy buy. So like when
Doge
when
is a
when
great buy
alts,
right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. When alts make another run, I mean, you're up. It's just understanding it. I'm not saying telling someone to throw all their money in and you know obviously do some of your own research, but I think a
Wow,
lot of these
Sui is
are,
13th.
yeah, a lot of these are great buys, and especially if you better have a short term plan or a long term plan. If you just don't have a plan at all, you're gonna take a L.
I would
Um,
also say too, like, do research on
yeah,
that project, and because the one thing that I was watching a show not too long ago, and he said of the top, I think 20 in the last bull run, only five have reached their all-time highs so far, and that's why I wanted to bring this up because like something like AVAX, for example,
yeah,
great layer one chain, hasn't really performed like people thought it would because like the all-time high is 144. It's 23 is a great buy for AVAX right now, but it's also a Web3 gaming chain. So like gaming as a narrative in crypto right now, even though it's building like some of the most actual things that you use and you play,
mhm,
um, it's not the gaming tokens haven't performed as well. And part of crypto is just narratives and speculation. Not part of it.
For sure.
I'd say 99% of it right now,
Oh yeah.
outside of Bitcoin. But I think that AVAX is. I know people with huge bags of AVAX, and I think it's going to have its day. I just don't know to what extent. But
Yeah.
nobody knows anything. But you can look at this. This is actually CoinGoLive.com. Polkadot 91%. I remember Polkadot used to be up here in the top like 6 or 7 in last bull run, and now it's down here 90% from its all-time high. So like, why people like on this pump that you're seeing? Why people aren't like, I'm just kind of chilling out? Like BitTensor, like I talk about that a lot. BitTensor now $428. When I was talking about it, it was 200 to 250. BitTensor has ran hard, and it's still 43% away from its all-time high. So like, I'm just kind of sitting on my hands right now.
Yeah.
And if people want to get in, I've had people ask me, and I'm just like, well, alts haven't really alts meaning like everything but Bitcoin, all the coins but Bitcoin, they haven't really performed well yet. We haven't had a quote unquote alt season yet,
Hmm.
and that's oh shoot, did I lose you? No. Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
see
good.
you. Yeah.
Um, we haven't had an alt season, and that's coming. Pause. But when, I don't know. Let's see. Here's another thing I like to look at too. So, should you sell right now? Is the question. Should you sell? Well, let's look at this. This is a site called CoinGlass.com, and this is a bull market peak indicator to sell the top, and it'll tell you, should you hold or should you sell right now based on all of these different indicators. So all of these indicators, every single last one of them says hit or not. It's saying, should you, now, this is not financial advice. Do what you want to do. Um, Take profits right now. If you want to take profits on the green, cool. I will never, ever say you're wrong for taking profits. I,
Mhm.
you should actually take profits,
For
because
sure.
I'm the degenerate. I'm the stupid one. I'm the one that holds. Like, you take profits and you're smarter than me. So, but this has all these different indicators that tell you, is it a pi cycle top or not, and none of these indicators say it's a pi cycle top. If this starts getting to like, hold 70%, 60%, I might start thinking about taking some profits for sure. So yeah, but if I'm just starting out, I tell people personally, like, just buy Bitcoin and hold it. What's your window? Are you trying to make money right now really quick, or are you trying to,
Exactly.
I say buy Bitcoin and just hold it, because
Yeah.
um, I just think, if of all these other tokens, can you tell me that countries are buying it? Can you tell me that BlackRock and Fidelity are buying it by the billions? Can you
Mhm.
tell me that countries are buying it? Can you tell me that banks now are now, just yesterday, or no, last week, I saw the announcement that banks can now hold cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah.
You're going to go into your banking app here soon, and there's going to be an option to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I just believe that Bitcoin still has a lot of room to run, and I'm sitting pat. So I'm hanging out. But the crypto
Oh
pump
yeah.
has been nice, man. It's been crazy. We're sitting here looking at $103,000
Exactly.
Bitcoin, man. Nuts.
Nah, it's always good getting your updates. Like, oh, your ETH is up 10%. Your ETH is up 50%.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. ETH is gonna have to stay. Actually, it just had an update, an upgrade, Ethereum upgrade. So that just happened. Let me see. Ethereum Petra upgrades, and this is why I think some of what ETH is pumping, because the upgrade. So here you have this is from Cointelegraph, another site I like to go to. Ethereum Petra upgrade adds new features. How long before the ETH price reacts? So yeah, they just had to upgrade basically to their network. Hopefully, it should make it faster or more responsive or all the other things. But yeah, so that's part of the reason why it's doing pretty well right now.
Oh yeah.
Real estate wise, what are you seeing out there?
Man, recently it's at least for me, it's really just trying to teach people and give people knowledge of things. Like a lot of just like buyers and sellers, just there's a lot of misinformation out there about
Mm,
like everything, just people not understanding, like even like buyers assuming that they have to pay their agent up front, and just
mm-hmm.
like let people know like, well, most of these houses, it's the seller paying the agent. It's really rare for the buy side to pay, or um, thinking that they have to put 20% down on a home, or
Right.
thinking that the agent has to know all of their financial information. And I think that actually makes it tough. Like, I think from talking to some like people I know, I personally think that's why it's tough. You ever see people like that don't go with their friend as an agent, go with a random person?
Yeah,
They think
yeah.
that the friend has to know everything, like in detail, about their financial stuff, or if they're struggling or not
Right.
struggling. And it's like, no, it's not like that at all. I'll send you to a lender. All I'm gonna get is your pre-approval, so I can help you with the home buying process.
Right.
So like, I think it's misinformation thinking that we're like financial advisors, and we handle your credit score, and we handle all that stuff. And it's like, no, we that's why we send you to a lender. You fill out your
Yep.
report. They're not going to judge you, they're not going to do nothing. They're just going to take the best possible opportunity for you, so that I can help you moving forward. So I think a lot of it's just misinformation. And I feel like even me, like, I'm probably gonna do some first time home buying classes, just to
Mm,
just to get some people through,
yeah.
just so people understand it, and even understand programs. And thinking, a lot of people they can't afford stuff. So like, um, shoot, like, I'm about to clip this, because my goal now is to get as many people on the covenant program as possible.
Yeah.
And for the
Yeah.
covenant program, it's first time black home buyers, basically assisted with a down payment,
Yeah.
um, just from in the past, discrimination going on. And now it's like you could get up to 20% down payment, up to
That's
$150,000
crazy, man.
with 0% interest, and it could be deferred.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on your financials, it could be deferred. But $150,000, up to $150,000, you know, interest free payments as a down payment, man, that's going to change the game. So
Yeah, that'll change a lot.
I
And
mean,
it's
I want as many people. If people have questions about that, man, send me a DM. I'd love to, put you in contact with a lender and see if we could get you approved for, the covenant program. Because I mean, home ownership is, it's
right.
important. So I mean, even worst case scenario, if we could try to get you approved and see if you can be approved for that program and get 20% down on a property, come on, man,
Yeah.
let's change the game. I mean, it's big, and I feel like as many people, just if we as we could get on that, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why I think it's important to jump on that now, because right now our rates are pretty high, so the
Hmm.
mortgage rates are pretty high, and right now we have more inventory than we typically have. This is based on pending sales. This is for Pierce County, and let me see. I want to make sure that it updates. So yeah, so we have 1 point. So month to date, so 4/1 to 4/8, we have 1.6 months of inventory, which means that if we were to look at last month from the first through the eighth, we had 1.4. So we're slightly up
Hmm.
on that number. And year to date, from January 1 to today, we had 1.9 last year, and year to date we have 1.8. So year to date versus month to date, we're a little bit. So we're hovering in this, like, we're gonna go up a little bit, we're gonna go down a little bit.
Hmm.
But I just think that when you look at the data, like, when you look at, say, for example, how many went pending and went under contract, I think that this number, as our rates go down, will start going up. And you can either, I guess there's two different ways you can look at this. Like, right now, you're going to pay more because of the rates being high. But
Hmm.
in the transaction, you have wiggle room. You have negotiating power as a
Hmm.
buyer. You have sellers who are motivated to sell. Like,
Hmm.
but when the rates come down, you're
Yeah,
going to be paying more in a different way. You're
exactly,
going to be paying more
exactly.
because you're in competition with another buyer, and then that's going to push the price up.
Yep,
And in that situation, you're not going to have negotiating leverage. You're not going to be able to
exactly,
get that thing potentially repaired on the house before you move in. You're not going to be.
exactly.
So we've seen that market where it gets super competitive and you just have to waive
Yep,
contingencies.
exactly. Which you don't want to do. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Which you don't want to do. Exactly. Exactly. Which you don't want to do. Yep, exactly. Which you don't
And
want to
I
do.
don't think that that's the
Yeah.
best way to go. So, like,
Yep.
So either way, you have to decide. All right, do I pay more because the mortgage rate's high, or do I pay more because I'm in competition with the house, like getting into this
Exactly.
house?
Exactly.
And that's the decision that everyone has to make for themselves. But with a program like the Covenant program, right
Mhm.
now, I believe it makes sense to at
For
least
sure.
look into it right now, and just
Absolutely.
you don't have to commit to anything, but just start thinking about it, because here's what's going to happen: home prices don't come down in Pierce County. I'm just looking at ours. I'll show you guys a see if I can find it. Maybe I can't, but yeah, home prices don't come down; they appreciate. And
Exactly.
I don't. I mean, there's no other. It's pretty straightforward data. Looking at our Pierce County home prices. So
But yeah, I mean, even a lot of home buyers, they they want to go FHA and go 3.5% down. But even something like the Covenant program, getting 20% down on your house, makes that mortgage payment a little bit more
oh
appealing too.
man,
So I mean, it's just, and you don't have to come, like, they're paying you're paying all your closing costs and your down payment and everything. So I mean, it's just a program that I think is huge. That I think we just got to get in front of more people.
yeah, game changer. It's a game changer for sure. So here's I'm gonna bring up let's say 10 years. So 10 years. So this is the 10-year like trajectory of home prices. Here you go. I don't know. Do you need any more data? Like, is it going to correct at times? Yes, it's going to correct at times. But the home prices have not max. Home prices have not necessarily dipped. Now, you had a time right here where it dipped. This was a this was the recession, the last
Yeah,
great recession that we had.
2008.
But the difference, the thing that people need to understand is we typically look at housing as like this recession was because of the housing market. Like what we were doing in mortgages and in housing created a bubble and it popped. That's not going to be the case in this next recession if we have one or whatever, because we're not going to be the reason why. Why do I think the next one will happen? We're talking about it. Digital assets, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Because of the administration's involvement in it, because of the deregulation that they've stripped away from crypto and digital assets, I believe that the next recession will be because of the crash in the crypto market. Um,
Mhm.
I or it could be elsewhere, but I just don't think it's going to be in housing. So I don't believe we're going to see this unless the impacts of whatever the sector that the recession happens in is crazy. But the reason why I don't also believe that is because of the other chart that we were just looking at with the inventory. We don't have a lot of houses to sell.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and a lot of people that are in the houses right now have 2% mortgage rates. They have
yeah, exactly.
affordable
Yep.
mortgages. So it's not the same as it was last time. So that's why I'm looking at the prices and I'm like, yes, it's going to do this. It'll go up and down, but the trajectory line from 2012 to 2025 is up. This is Pierce
Yep.
County. So that's my reasoning. That's my why.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm not trying to tell people that because we want to get over on people or whatever. I just want people to be educated
Mhm.
on the decisions that they're making for their family and for
Exactly.
themselves. So that's all. Anyway, put me on, man. What else you got? We're gonna head out.
Shit, what I watched something. Oh, last night I watched Shooting Guards. You watched that yet?
What's that?
On Netflix. Shooting Guards with Gilbert Arenas and
Oh,
Javaris
that
Crittenton.
joint.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
it's
about
dope
that.
because for one, Gilbert's already a fucking character. Like, you know
For
what I'm saying?
real.
Like, you
For
don't take
real.
shit seriously, even when he's explaining on the documentary. He's taking it like he's still laughing about shit, like doing gun jokes and even it's showing all the behind the scenes stuff of when that's going on. So like even like a day after they got in trouble for the gun type stuff, he's at the games shooting the teammates like.
Wow.
But like seeing how it actually happened, and because there was I remember when it happened. Like I mean, I think in high school when it happened, but I remember when it happened. Like it was some of it was secret. Thought like, oh, they brought guns, but there were so many stories like, oh, they were shooting them at each other. Someone had a debt, and it's like it goes into detail with. And Nick Young's on there too, and he don't take shit
Oh
serious.
wow.
So like it's going the full story of like what actually happened, and then it goes into how that led to more stuff, and then how Javarius ended up doing his prison sentence after he had the murder after that. So
That's
it's not long. It's like an hour and like 15-20 minutes, but it's definitely a good Netflix watch for sure.
that's so funny. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in, man. Definitely tapping into that for sure.
Bro, it's
Um,
cool.
Damn, what do I have? What have I been on? I don't really watch much. Shoot, I've already kind of put you onto the stuff that I'm on. I guess if I had to choose one, music wise, let's see. Do I have what am I on? Music wise, it was a slow week of releases this week. Weekend is coming out with a movie tomorrow. That should be interesting. But the Apple Vision Pro, man, like I'll put people onto that. So if you have 40 to 50 minutes or an hour of your time, I highly recommend people go and demo the Apple Vision Pro. The reason why is because when you see it, you can't unsee it. If you've never experienced it, you haven't experienced technology, consumer technology, in my opinion, like this. You haven't seen things like this. And the reason why I brought this up because talked about the weekend. He has a video called. It's from one of the joints on his album, and I watched it. It came out at the end of last year, and it is the craziest music video I have ever witnessed or seen, like or experienced. And I create content, so I have never. When I saw it, I was like, I want to know how to make this,
Yeah.
and it's unlike anything you've ever. I just watched a bull riding one last night because they're releasing all
Yeah.
these different stories with
Hmm.
immersive video. It's about 180, so like think like it ends on the sides of you right here, so you're able to look up and down and see like you're immersed in it, like you're immersed in the story, and it's super clear. It feels like you're like you can literally touch the person or thing or whatever. And I'm just saying I've never experienced content like that before. Uh,
Yeah.
the craziest part is I can actually create that video, spatial video on my phone. Just people don't use it because why? You don't know what it looks
Yeah.
like. But I'll tell you, spatial video on these new iPhones, it takes you back to the place. So I would hopefully people can go demo that. That's what I put you on to because I've lived with it for a whole year. I'm just used to it now. But like I
No, yeah.
forget that like people don't experience.
No, yeah.
I'm just used to it now. But like
No, yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Man.
It's absolutely crazy.
Also, uh, we ain't even said it on the pod yet, but I did finish my labels for Zenith.
Oh yeah.
So
When we
I
gonna
finally
see
like,
those?
man, I'll show it next week.
Okay.
I'll show you right after this, but I still I finished the labels. I'm moving one more thing around, and then I'll have like some of my 3D mock-ups and but nah, yeah, I'll show them. I'll show them next week on Friday
That's what's
to
up.
everyone else. So everyone tune in.
Yeah. Well, again, we got some other guests that we've been trying to get on and whatnot, and we'll get some more guests on here. But today we got to address the crypto market and stuff like that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
pumping right now. I know people. There's gonna be FOMO. I hope that you are having a more longer term approach to this, not just for this bull run. That would be my suggestion because you're gonna get wrecked anyway.
yep.
You might make a couple dollars, cool, but like if you want to, I believe with Bitcoin, I believe it's a long term play. I'm not ever selling my
Yeah.
Bitcoin ever again. I've already learned my lesson. I've
Oh
had
yeah.
one Bitcoin. I've had 1.3 Bitcoin before, and I sold it. And
Yeah. See.
do you think I wish I still had it now? Yes.
Oh yeah. And I
So I will
swear,
never ever sell my Bitcoin again.
every single time I've ever sold something, the shit shoots up. I swear,
Yeah,
every time it never
every time,
fails.
every
And
time.
you overly watch it to see if you made the right move, and you're gonna overthink it.
And that's why you just got to have your target and you got to just sell and be
Exactly.
happy with that. Like even right now,
Exactly.
I'm looking at my port. Like you know what? If I sold everything right now, I would I be happy? And it's like yeah, I would be.
Oh yeah.
But I want more. I want to catch that pump. I'm a degenerate. Yeah, man. Well, all right, man. Well, appreciate you jumping on, man. And shoot, another brick in the books, and we just
Yes,
gonna
sir.
keep building brick by brick, man. And it just we're still in the hella early stages, so I'm
Yep.
really excited for what the future holds. And just keep telling people about the home ownership stuff, keep telling
Yep.
people about, emerging markets like the crypto market.
Mhm.
And, we want to just make sure that everybody's being taken care of and
Yep.
has the right resources for making it out here, man. Because there's a
Exactly.
lot of opportunity. So just make sure we're
Yep.
getting on that.
Yep.
Brick by brick, y'all. Make sure you
Yes,
subscribe,
sir.
bricktalk.net. Um, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Yes, sir. Let me see. Stop on that.